Welcome back to Good Day. A new digital exhibit highlights Texans' long history of military service. Jennifer Chenoweth, museum site coordinator at Oakwood Cemetery Chapel, joins us this morning to talk a little bit more about it. Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Leslie, for having me.
Yeah, so Jennifer, tell us a little bit more about the exhibit and what it explores.
Well, I'm the daughter and granddaughter of military service members, and sometimes their stories get a little bit lost now that we haven't seen active combat on our soils in a little bit. And I think my generation and younger people might not be as aware of the devastating effects of war that really occur in the lives of individuals, your family members who go off to fight and protect our country and our freedoms. So we looked at all the legacy of Texans military history from maybe people participated in conflicts before the War of 1812, but within our Austin city cemeteries, we start with the War of 1812 and move all the way to the present. And so a number of service members were still doing online research. We're still looking for volunteers who will help do field work as well as online research to track down military veterans' records. But we've got about 3,500 military veterans buried in our 5 cemeteries.
Just incredible. And talk a little bit more about how y'all were able to find some of these and why it's so important to remember this history.
This is part of America and our everyday lives, especially for military families. And I didn't start this research. It was started by members of the Austin Genealogical Society and Save Austin Cemeteries. And we just helped put it together and put some visuals and some multimedia stories together about it. We found some, like this picture you've got on the screen, are soldiers on Armistice Day walking down Congress Avenue for World War I. There's another picture in there, the same for World War II. So this is very much part of Austin's history, and a number of people fought in more than one conflict, from the independence revolution of Texas from Mexico all the way through. I think we found over 16 people buried at Austin Memorial Park who served in 3 foreign wars. So that's a lot of effort and sacrifice that our service members make in families. So.
Yeah, it's incredible, like the picture you referenced, just imagining how this growing city, looking back at what it used to be. Jennifer, you mentioned a little bit about your family. What does it mean to you to see this virtual exhibit come to life and to have so much history being shown?
My grandfather died before I was born, but he left his memoirs of his service record. He was a lieutenant colonel and served all over the world. And that meant a lot to me when I was growing up as a way to know him. And I'm hoping that this project will inspire families to talk about their experiences with one another so that they can really understand the meaning of each other's lives and what we do for one another. So for me, this is a way to start a conversation about how history still affects us and how we make choices to take care of one another, really.
Right. And what an important way to do it for us here in Austin to look back at our own history.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If folks are interested in taking a look or getting more information or getting in touch with you with their stories, how can they do that?
We are at the Oakwood Cemetery Chapel. I believe you can see the website for the project is austintexas.gov/to serve, which will get you a link to all of our digital exhibits. And if you'd like to volunteer, we have contact information on the exhibit if you want to do online research or field work documenting more of military headstones.
Okay, perfect. Jennifer Chenoweth, museum site coordinator at Oakwood Cemetery Chapel. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Leslie.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on Good Day.